Hello, people of the planet. Welcome back to my channel. This is Port Charles Public Radio, brought to you by Aurora Media. I am your host. My name is Abby. Let's talk about Tuesday. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. And we were in 5 different locations in my calculations here. So I understand what they're doing now. I don't want to, I think it's messed up, my connection. Okay, so, sorry about that. There were 5 locations, so I think what they're doing is, like, less people on the canvas at once if they move them to different locations in the episode, or if we just kind of have things going. Flashbacks are healthy, if in a fair amount. No, they're okay if used in a healthy and fair amount, like today with this revelation, right? So who do we want to talk about? Okay, I started yelling at the beginning of the episode because what did we start with? We started with Jax and Nina. He just came right out and said, I love you, dude. I love this for you guys, but why are you telling her you love her before you told her the truth? Are you going to tell her the truth about Nell or not? He's not. So he couldn't have told her that, or he is going to tell her that. He's going to tell her that after the fact. Jax, my dude. Is it going to make it easier, you think? Because he said I love you? Is that the plan? Is he going to he's going to like snake charm his way in? Because is he a snake charmer? Because he's Aussie. Jasper Jax, is he anything like Jerry Jax? Jerry Jax is kind of like a charmer too, a snake charmer guy. So, I don't know. I love this for them, but I was so upset because like they are in the next step now. They love each other. She said it. He said it. She's wearing the necklace. She wants to look for her kid again, and like he knows the truth. And like he already told Carly it's too late. But like, is it too late? He needs to tell her. I guess this is not good. So that's my fucking opinion on that. Them being at the Crimson office today, or Nina's office. I think it's the Crimson office. Whether or not they're in her office or like in what used to be Maxie's elevator hallway. So yeah, Nina's office. Yeah, if we were at Jax's office, I'd call it Crimson. So that's all I really have to say about those people. Let's talk about Liz and Sam, because I think this hypocrisy that Sam lives in is just incessant, no matter who she's with. When it's with Jason, and now when it's with Liz, like or with her mom, because she came in guns ablazing, listening, overhearing Elizabeth's conversation and wanting to know, oh, his brain tumor is back. Well, that means everybody's in danger because it's the same as last time. No, it's not. There's like 0 evidence of that. We don't think it's the same. You don't think? Yeah, we don't think. So, and then obviously like the conversation was distressing to Liz, and Sam's like, what are you not telling me? Let me be your friend. And she's like, oh, isn't this enough for you? And she's like, I'm sorry. I'm scared because his tumor is inoperable, and we're hoping radiation will help, like, shrink it so it'll buy us time before the bomb goes off in his head, before it pops, and then he, like, croaks with it is where they're at with his tumor. And Sam just kind of looked like she was there for Elizabeth on the sadness that she's feeling, but doesn't really give a fuck about it, like hurting Franco. Uh, and kind of let it spill that he did come over to her house and had this weird fucking episode in her hallway a little while ago because he was looking for Jason. When she asked Jason about it, because he obviously didn't know, or they both hadn't talked about how, like, Jason doesn't live there anymore. So Jason was like, yeah, next time he comes here, let me know. So she let it slip that Jason knew, which means, like, Elizabeth's like, you've been lying to me. Because he told Jason. So I don't know what she means by lying. I can't remember if it was, are we not telling people, or have you told anybody, or you don't have plans, or what, you're making plans or something. I don't know. There's going to be an upsetting battle there. But, like, fuck Sam in that moment. Okay. Like, I get her, like, worrying about herself and her safety and, like, the danger and the scariness of Franco back then. But, girl, you're going to want to love to know what's in Franco's freaking brain right now. You're going to want to know, because, like, he's thinking about Peter and Drew, and he might know some shit. So why don't you just chill the fuck out and, like, do something that'll just crack the whole code? Like, I don't know. Yeah, I'm over Sam hating Franco. Just stay away from it. Yeah, like, why? I don't know. She came around like, I think, she doesn't come in contact with them. They have the thing is, Sam has a kid, that is connected to Liz's kid because they both have Jason as a daddy, I guess. But, like, let's talk. Do you ever see Jason hanging out with Jake? No. Elizabeth's always got to go looking for him. Yeah, I've called him. He doesn't answer, so I thought I'd come by. She's done that how many times to Sam, I think, over the past couple years? So, like, yeah, Sam does, she kind of stays away, but this was dumb. She was coming around the corner. Oh, excuse me, I overheard this, and, like, danger. But, like, can I be here for you? Oh, that's so sad for you. Like, girl, don't deflect the situation and act all like, why don't you open up your brain a little bit and see how this could help? Stop putting Franco in this fucking box. He is a different person. His brain is different. And that leads me to this this Sam. No, damn it. That leads me to the Britt and Jason conversation, because she was dealing with a rat's brain. The brain. That's where I was going with that. Okay, so we were in the lab. We were only in 5 locations today. GH. I kind of consider it, like, all over the place. Sometimes I'll try to, like, write down if I see, like, a 10 on the elevator, or, like, a 9, or, like, what floor I think we're on today. I didn't catch it today. But we were also in the lab, so that's technically, like, a 6th location. So we were in Britt's lab, or A lab, and Jason's like, what you looking at? I like this, like, conversational, monotoned, unconventional, like, dialogue. I don't want to say friendship, but, like, dialogue these two have. Because, like, she's sitting there and what you doing? What you looking at? This is the dark matter of Morty. You named him? Well, normally you don't, because you don't want to, like, get close to it or, like, give it bias because you have a name. But, like, I don't know. This one felt like a Morty. Okay, so, like, why are you looking at what can he do? What did he do for you? She's like, well, I took some of that, like, new shit that Cyrus was cooking in the lab and gave it to Morty, because I wanted to see if it really did, like, make your brain or open up, and boy did it. She said the dopamine, blah blah blah, and like floodgates, just blah blah blah. I said something like that. And he was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Did Cyrus just like give this to you? What? Or did he? Yeah. Or is he already is he already selling it? Or did he, like, what do you mean? Did he already give this to patients, or or did he give you to the doctors to give to the patients? And she's like, Dick, what did you just like accuse me of? Hold on. Like, I am the chief of staff. Like, just because I have the drug and I like gave it to little Morty, um, doesn't mean that like I am cahooting with him. I know how to take shit from the lab, know how to steal shit. I am my parents' kid. I know how to like get away with shit like that, but that doesn't mean I am my parents' kid and I'm evil. Like, I don't do evil shit. I am a good person. I am not the Britch. I am not Dr. West Nile or whatever these stupid, lovely nicknames people give me. Unless you want to like deduce me to that. It was great. I love Brit, and she didn't do it all like obnoxious white bitch like I did. She was very like calm and monotone with Jason about it, because that's how he talks to people, and that's how I think, because he sets a tone, other people have to like go with it. Um, so you talk logical, not like really with like a lot of emotion behind you, unless you're Carly. So yeah, like um, it was a good episode with that. She's like, "What did you just accuse me of? Mm-mm. I don't do shit like that. I'm not the bitch. Like, what the fuck? No." And she didn't do any of that. That was just me, uh, talking shit. But like, I can't remember how it ended. To be honest, I think he wants to. Oh, Peter. That's what it was. I was gonna say, I think he wants to like get help about Peter. That's what happened. I don't know where this like laptop turn came from. I don't know if she was looking him up. I guess we're gonna talk about that tomorrow. Because it was an article online about Peter, and so she's having this whole monologue about how she's like not her mother, not her father. She is a better person than that. And he's like, "Oh, so you're not your brother?" So was that her laptop or his? I don't know, but maybe she was Googling Peter because she knows that Lisa, we gotta get Peter away from our Maxie and James, because like, yo, that guy's evil, and that's why I'm here. Don't let anybody know, because like it's gonna screw my plans up. Why don't you just let me figure this out if it is or not, and then we'll just go from there. And Britt just went, "Did you get your hair done recently? Did you go to a spa? You look like your hair," like she just like kind of blew it off, whatever it was about like, I think she was just kind of like, okay, whatever. If you think he's evil, then I trust you, Ma. It kind of was, okay, good to see you. Like, moving on. She skirted it. So, this time, I guess, it looks like maybe she is looking into it, or Jason's gonna ask her about it. When it comes to this whole Peter thing, what side are you on, Britt? Are you gonna keep like skirting it, or we gonna talk? Where are you at? You gonna talk about what fence you're on? Which side of the fence? Like, I guess that's where we're going next. I think if I was Britt, I'd be like, "Yo, my family's nuts. I'm an only child, so it's nice because like Nathan's dead. So if Peter's cool, then I'll hang out with him. But like, if he's evil, then yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be a part of evil." I think of Britt kind of like Ava. I think Ava's my favorite character because of how great they redeemed her. Nina, but okay, you know what? It used to be Nina, but then they changed the actress. So Nina 2, not my favorite character, just like it used to be Lulu. Lulu 2, Ice Princess is not my favorite character. Sorry. OG Lulu was for a long time. I think it's Ava now, but yeah, Brit. I love Brit. I think that's who she reminds me of. So More scenes of Britt and Jason, please. Let's work together. Let's get it done. Let maybe she's gonna help take down the Peter thing. And if anything, she could bring Maxie from the brink about this and like be there for her and be her friend, because she's somebody who's like her age, and Lulu's like gone, and Max can't just hang out with Dante. He's a robot trying to take Peter down too, so he's gonna be part of the. Everybody wants to take Peter down, but like her and Anna and Maxie are the only ones who love Peter or care about Peter or like want to care about Peter besides Britt. So yeah, Jason's gonna be like, where you at on this? And she's gonna be like, I don't know, dude. I'm like, except she's not gonna do it like that. Britt's gonna go, I don't know. We'll see. If you uncover something, then okay. That's not my battle. That's what I anticipate from Britt. So like, besides that was all that happened at General Hospital today. Let's move over to Franco and Cameron. Cameron applied to Stanford. Okay, we're repping Stanford. It's all the way on the other side of the like it's on a different coast. West Coast? Is that what he said? Because Stanford's not on the East Coast. Getting a phone call you back, bro. So I can understand Cameron does not want to go because Franco's about to die. He does not want to leave his family with this happening. He doesn't want to make a big deal about him leaving to Stanford because Franco's going to die. That's not where he wants to go anymore. It was an initial knee-jerk reaction to go there before everything went down with Franco's medical condition. So he's going to want to stay at PCU, which pisses me off because that means that yeah, Cameron and Jocelyn and Trita might actually stay in PCU and just go to school here like Molly did, which is fine and all. If they don't turn out annoying like Michael when it comes to being who people expect them to be. So going to the big university and moving across a country away from your home, because I did that. I'm loving life doing it. So I think it's a big thing to leave the boundaries of home, because this is okay. Real talk. Does anybody remember when Christina had this conversation with Jocelyn, when Jocelyn wanted to go to a private school or had the option? You hope more of their personality. Yeah, Patricia, you know where I'm at. There was this conversation between Christina and Jocelyn when she said she had that option to go to the private school, and she said, I got to go away and have this whole thing experience to, figure out sexuality in college and blah, blah, blah. That's great for me. For home, blah, blah, blah. What's really sad is that Michael never got to experience that, because even though Michael has this great career and he has a kid now, or he's got love or what, he and family support, he's got all this blah, blah, blah. He looks like a success on paper. Still, Michael never got to leave the boundaries of home. So there could be more behind. He could have came out of his shell more, and there could be more about layers underneath that he never got to experience. You hope, yeah, like you said, more of the person, or just, the idea of leaving the expectations of where you're raised, or the barriers or the rules or what, just your surroundings. If you grow up in the South and South mentality, or if you grow up on the East Coast, you only ever experience what it's like with public transit, and you never get to see Texas or shit like that. People who need to see Florida, or California. What does the West Coast look like? Shit like that. Or people who go abroad. My nephew was even though we had options for him to go to like across Texas to universities. He didn't want to go do that. He wanted to go across country universities because he wanted to leave Texas for college. And good for him. You know, I wish I did that, but I don't because I have in-state tuition loans. So Michael used to be one of my favorite characters, but his personality is getting drier and drier. Yeah, for me, I just think Michael's like reactions are not as quick as they should be based on like how he was raised. Like he was raised by Sonny, Jason, Carly, Jax. There's a little bit of AJ in there and like Quartermain savviness. He should always be one step ahead in like the whole Nell nonsense. He was a step behind a lot of the time. And the only reason he won that case is because Diane was awesome and Nell fucked up and had that crazy ass scene. He was not one step ahead before that girl kidnapped the fucking kid. And he was not one step ahead when they found her. I don't think either. I think someone just like handed him that information. I don't think he found it. If I'm not if I'm remembering right. So like he doesn't like he's not like thinking fast enough or doesn't know how to like skirt shit quick enough. He didn't see this thing happen, the undertaking from Valentine. He didn't see that coming. Like I think Michael is like slipping because his mind, he's got to focus on so many things. His priorities are set up with all these things that are at home in his life. And like, he's a very family oriented, like business oriented. He thinks about everybody else and it's hard to think ahead in the right way. He does in certain ways, like finances and like thinking about his kids' trust and like getting his whole life set up and like toys and nannies and blah, 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 and just getting the kids set up. But like now he has a job because he didn't have one for a while. Like he lost his job and we're just like, okay, well, I don't have a job. And then Sam showed up and was like, hey, I got a job for you. Will you run the company for me until because like Jax doesn't want to like do it anymore and I want to keep it, so I need to hire somebody to like run it for me until Scout wants to like take it. So will you run it until that happens? And Michael was like, okay. He didn't even, I don't know if there was no on-screen conversation about like, yeah, I want a contract negotiation where like me and my kid could get like a partial part of it if you don't, if there's not like blah, 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 blah with my contract, maybe give me some stocks or whatever. So we have ownership stock or whatever, 5% of your 50% while I work here during my contract of like as being CEO or CFO or whatever the fuck his job is. So I don't know. Michael needs to just like get it together. That's my opinion. Why are we talking about Michael? Michael's not even on today. Sorry about that. I could go on forever about my dude. I could. I totally could. But let's leave Liz's house. Let's leave the lab. All we've got left is Alexis's house and the Quartermain house. All right. So I really liked that Valentine showed up with Martin today. I had to proofread her plea to the judge about her DWI, or something like that. So like they looked at it and they're like, girl, defective Chase? Really? And like Valentine used that later. He's like, oh, you mean defective Chase? Martin's like, stop helping. Don't help. It was very cute. These little friendos, those two, Martin and Valentine. But like, so they helped her. They looked at it and they said, hey man, you have to play to how the judge and like the judge's sensitivities and their tendencies. I know like which country club he goes to, and I know like he likes whiskey and he likes to drink it with this person, and I know that when he drinks, he's somebody who gives his keys to a sober person. He gives himself to somebody else because that's the law. You give your keys to a sober person, and that's who you are in responsibility with, or who's in responsibility for you. And that is something you can use in the court of law. You gave the responsibility of yourself to Tracy when you gave her your keys. So it was her responsibility that you fled the house that night and got back in a car. That's her problem. And that is what this judge is going to see, because that is a mindset that he lives in. See what I'm saying here? You have to like strip your pride down, girl. Stop it with that defense and like listen to somebody else. And it was cute. Martin stepped in there. You guys think that Martin and Alexis could get together? There was some possibility. I saw something like maybe her and Finn's dad. Maybe. What about her and Martin? I'm just saying. I'm into that. I'm so glad that Valentine is there for Alexis, this brotherly love of his. I love it. I love it. I love it. Please, Alexis, just come out and tell him already that he's actually a Cassadine. Please. Anyway, Tracy, Olivia, and Ned, last but not least, at the Quartermaine house. The flashback was great because Olivia knows the truth. She picked it apart. Man, Tracy tried to feed her some nonsense about, my story doesn't add up because, yeah, I was the one driving that night, but Alexis was saying some nasty shit about you. She called you a gold digger. She called you a slut. She called you trailer trap or whatever she called. So that's why I made all this shit. Does it matter whether or not I went to her house? Like, yeah, it matters. Like, Olivia was like, that's, I hate being called. But you know what? I've been called that for as long as I can remember. By, like, certain people. So, yeah, it does matter if you're lying. Why are you lying? Tracy's like, you really want to go down the rabbit hole? You really want to know? And she fucking figured it out. We went down the spiral, and she said, oh, my God. Her heart, man. She held her heart because that's Olivia. She's like, you wanted me to forgive you for your doubt, but there was so much more to forgive than that. And Ned's like, huh? Yeah. Tracy was in the background like, oh, fuck. And this is the moment where they're about to, like, celebrate him adopting Leo. They've already told Leo this. This is what Leo wants. And Sam's at the house, too. They're about to have this, like, dinner. So it's about to go down because in the scenes for tomorrow, Ned was like, this ends here now, or this ends now, or this ends tonight. He said something like that. So I'm glad because that was dumb, and I hope they go to counseling, and I hope Olivia can help, like, get past this. But she is a traditional woman, so I don't know if she's like, was a cheater, I was a cheater, I'm out. If she's one of those people, or she's like, no, stick to your man. We're gonna work this out. I loves you. We're gonna see. We're gonna see how that's gonna go. Guys, yo, if you have stuck with me this long, thanks for sticking. Please come back again soon. I hope I can do this again soon. Maybe tomorrow. Yeah. Is there anything else? There's not. Yeah. Peace to the planet. Y'all be safe. Tip your waitresses.